Hello everyone, I'm Zahir and today I'll be describing my Java project, which is creating a simple Java web application using Apache Tomcat and Java Servlet API. To see how the project runs, first we need to know what Tomcat is. Tomcat is a web server that is used to host Java-based application online. It creates a server for us through which, when we request web pages, a response web page is given back to us. Let's see what it means. First, if we try to access the local host 8080, we see that the web page, when requesting this to the server, nothing happened. This is because the web server has not yet been initialized, which means that the response cannot be given or the web page is not given to us right now. So how do we do that? To do that, we need to initialize the Tomcat server. Now, the Tomcat directory has some important folders. They are the bin folder, which has the binary files to start and stop the server, the config folder, which contains the configuration files such as web.xml, which is the deployment descriptor file over here that maps servlets to the URL patterns, the lib folder, which contains the libraries such as Java Servlet API, and the web apps folder, which is the deployment directory. The logs folder contains the server execution log files, and temp folder contains temporary files. Now, if we go into the bin and run it, we see that the Tomcat server has been initialized. It has initialized on port number 8080 as can be seen over here. Now, once we request the same URL again, since the web server is up and running, we see that the web page or the response has been sent by the server to us. This shows that the Apache Tomcat server has been successfully run. So now moving on to the actual project, we go and see over here. First, we need to see what the deployment descriptor is. If we create a servlet, it does not matter if it cannot be called. For this purpose, servlet mapping is done over here. First, we define the servlet. Here, the servlet name is given, which is greeting. Then the servlet class is given. com.there.welcome servlet. Com.there is the package in which the class welcome servlet is present. So this is the servlet that I have defined over here, which gives a greeting when it detects the URL/greet. So how do we know that the servlet will be called when /greet is URL pattern is found? Use the servlet mapping tag. So here the servlet name greeting, that is the same servlet described over here, is mapped to the URL pattern/greet. This ensures that whenever the user requests for a file that has /greet, that has the URL pattern of /greet, or when the client requests for a /greet file, then the following servlet, that is greeting with the service class com.there.welcome servlet, is called. When the servlet is called, it goes and it renders welcome to TechnoHacks. So now let's run the application to see. If the application is running successfully, that is the Tomcat server is running successfully, the first page we see will be hello there. Please append grade to current URL for viewing the welcome message. So now let's see. We see that the Tomcat server has been initialized. And over here we have used port number 881 because for demonstrating the running of Tomcat server, I used port 880. Always use different ports if you want to no conflicts between the applications. So we see that the Tomcat server has been successfully running as we get this HTML file which has been described before. Once the user if the client requests for this web page from server, this is the response he gets. Now, to see if the servlet is running properly or not, we give this URL of /greet. We see that the welcome message has rendered successfully. This means that that the server, when asked by client to give /greet file, identifies it, and then the correct server, that is the welcome servlet, is called. Then the following page is rendered and given back to as a response to the client. This concludes my presentation. Thank you.